Well, here we go, guys. The Walt Disney Company will not stop. They're not going to stop until they groom all of your children. And that is what they will continue to do this summer. It's amazing, guys, that this company used to be very, very family friendly. And now they have engaged in left wing propaganda. They want your children, guys. I mean, think of this. The term transgender child is a thing now. I mean, what does a child know about transgenderism? It's because it's being pushed on them by adults. And woke companies like Disney, they're out there doing this deliberately. This is a part of their plan right here, guys. I mean, I can imagine what the world, the country is going to look like in the next 20 years if this trend continues right here by indoctrinating children. Disney is supposed to be entertaining children with kid-friendly content. But apparently now that's problematic right there. They're out there actively trying to expose your children to things that they should not be exposed to. They went after Ron DeSantis in Florida. And guys, I really wish I could have actually made a video about the content that they were trying to push into these schools. But however, guys, if I actually showed you what was actually in some of these books, we would actually get banned on YouTube. It was that graphic. It was that graphic, but companies like Disney were going after Florida to stop this madness. This needs to end. But Disney, they're just going to continue to double down and triple down on this summer. They want your children. Activists are running the Walt Disney Company. Bob Iger is back, took over for Bob Chapek. And really, guys, even when Bob Iger wasn't around, he was still around. He was the man behind the scenes in this whole thing. Bob Iger was pretty much a puppet. And now Bob Iger has come back because Bob Chapek was weak and a puppet. And now Bob Iger is just going to go and double down on this wokeness to get your children. Look here, guys. Disneyland Gay and Transgender Pride Night to welcome children of all ages. Guys, sexuality for children, having men dressed up as women, thinking they're women, this is indoctrination. And they are not stopping, even though it needs to stop. Look at this. Let's read some of this, guys. Disneyland has announced its first gay Pride Night celebration, which will be in the California park's first ever after hours event celebrating Pride Month. An after hours event. Now, when I actually hear after hours, I'm thinking that this is something for adults. But no, they want your children. Children of all ages will be admitted to the party, which will feature Disney-themed celebrations of gay and transgender people. Quote, Disneyland After Dark Pride Night is set to take place June 13th and 15th, starting 9 p.m. at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Tickets will cost $139 per person for those ages 3 and up, which includes admission to Disneyland Park 3 hours before the party begins. Kids younger than 3 will get in free. Guys, we actually have the words after hours and kids in the same sentence. This is indoctrination to the highest level right here. And they actually put out a tweet here. Disneyland Resort actually put out a tweet about this whole thing, and they're getting crushed on this in the comment section. This is from April the 13th. They're getting crushed on this. Disney said the Pride Night party will feature a Pride-themed parade featuring Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and their friends dressed in, quote, special attire. What does that mean? What does this mean, special attire? Is Mickey Mouse going to be dressed in drag or something like that? That's what I'm thinking. There will also be dance parties and access to theme park rides. As Breitbart News reported, the Walt Disney Company has been aggressively pushing gay and transgender ideology in its entertainment aimed at kids. In the past year alone, Disney fought Florida over its anti-grooming parental rights and education law, created multiple transgender characters for its children's shows, and I think I remember that. But I don't remember exactly. Put gay characters at the center of its big budget movies, and even launched an LGBT theme apparel line. They had that? Wow. I guess I'm not in the loop on this thing. I don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff. But maybe I need to pay a little bit more attention on that stuff so I can actually bring you guys the news and what companies like Disney are doing. What they're doing is very, very despicable. It says here in 2021, the Disney Plus streaming service hosted This Is Me, Pride Celebration Spectacular, a musical special on YouTube starring drag queen Nina West, with performances of popular Disney songs reimagined with LGBTQ themes. For your children, they had a drag queen do this in front of children. This is grooming to the highest standard, guys. Disney is one of the biggest companies out there, and they will not stop until they probably want to transition all the kids. They believe that this is the future right here. Is transgenderism, is pushing propaganda, not families anymore. You know, Disney is not pushing family values anymore. They used to, but now in the woke age, it's more about propaganda than families. Ron DeSantis out there trying to stop the grooming of children, and Disney is fighting back against that. I mean, why is it that children should be exposed to, I'm just going to keep it real, it's actual porn? Why should they be exposed to that? They should not be exposed to this stuff. But these companies seem to be okay with that. Guys, just go out there and do a Google search of the content that they were trying to push in Florida schools. This is why the Stop Woke Act in Florida, this is exactly why they actually passed this thing. Because the content that they were pushing was so extremely graphic. And Disney doing this stuff right here, you know, the new thing is what? Family friendly? Yeah, it starts off like that. Grooming, until they step over the deep edge. No reason whatsoever for children to be exposed to drag queens. No reason for children to be at pride events. Some of these pride events, guys, you actually have grown men walking around in thongs. Thongs. Exposing their buttocks. Why are children exposed to that? Also, men walking around, you know, with what do they call it? BSDM mask or whatever it is, some kind of sexual themed mask. Yeah, that stuff's going on too. But let's jump over here to this post on Twitter here. Disney actually posted this, advertising it. And let's read some of the comments here. This first comment here says, perfect. Love the LGBT propaganda on young and impressionable children. The next one says, woke equal broke. Yeah, Disney, they've been struggling this year and last year. They've been struggling. They're laying off people, 7,000 people. The ESPN layoffs, I believe, are coming pretty much any day now, since this is actually April. Look at this. Pedophilia is rampant in America, and especially in these woke companies. Next comment here. You people are disgusting. Exactly. What Disney's doing is disgusting. That's where you'll spot all the pedophiles. Yeah, I agree with that. They're going to be right there at woke Disney. When is straight pride night? Equality. They don't believe in equality. Now, I like this meme right here. And for people just listening here on the podcast, it's a picture of two people, and it looks like a girl here. She actually is holding a tuba, and it has the pride flag, and it says LGBT propaganda. And on the left side, it says me trying to live my life, and the tuba horn is right over his face because they're pushing this directly in your face. And if you don't like this stuff, they call you a bigot. This is what they're doing, guys. Despicable stuff. Oh, look at this one. This one here is really good right here. So Disneyland Resort. Why don't you advocate hosting a Pride Night here in Shanghai, Disneyland? Oh yeah, that wouldn't go over very well with it. We all know it's profits before principles. Yeah, one thing, the CCP, they're not going to allow this stuff. You would never, ever see this at Disneyland, China. You would not see that. I mean, the CCP, I believe they would actually close down all of the Disney parks over there. I mean, Disney's already struggling to put movies out over there because of their propaganda. The CCP, they go through a check on the movies and they reject propaganda. Disney either has to cut it out, or the CCP says, all right, we're just not going to show you a movie. We don't want our kids actually seeing this stuff. And that's coming from communist China. But yet over here, if you speak out against it, then they want to call you a bigot. Yeah, this is the problem, man. That they've been calling Disney pedos right here. Pedo Disney back at it again, sexualizing children stuff. Yeah. Exactly. They are despicable, guys. Absolutely despicable by doing this. But I'm not surprised. The first ever Pride Night at Disneyland in California. Now, I'm shocked, that this is the first time, considering, this is California here. But it's coming. It's happening. They want your children. And you got to pay for it. $139. What a complete waste of money doing this stuff. This is a complete waste of money, folks. I mean, I can think of a lot better ways to actually spend $139, $140. Not at Disneyland. I mean, parents that actually bring their kids to this event, shame on you. Shame on you for allowing Walt Disney, the Walt Disney Company, to groom and indoctrinate your children. I guess you have no shame whatsoever that this is happening. They really want to turn kids into science projects. They really want to confuse these kids. Probably get them medicated. This is the problem, guys. This is a major, major problem. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.